Hey, what's up? I got some more lore content for you guys. Now that the meta has settled down and we see what the best performing cards are, I wanted to break down 3 strong decks of each archetype. Whether you're a new player or a seasoned veteran, these decks will be important for you to learn and understand. I already covered aggro, so here are the 3 best control decks of this patch. As per usual, the deck codes will be in the description below along with the Mobalytics links. Before I get into the decks, if you're new, please consider hitting the subscribe button to stay up to date with my content. I also stream on Twitch often, so check me out over there if you're looking for live gameplay, and also consider visiting my Patreon for additional benefits. With that, I hope you enjoy these control decks. Okay, so first things first, let's address the elephant in the room, and that is Seraphine Bar. So Seraphine is a deck that has 53.13% win rate and a play rate of 4.57%. It is very popular and it is very strong, even after Seraphine nerfs. Alright, getting into the numbers specifically, we have a pretty interesting curve and also a lot of 1 and 2 ofs. Now this is because of Seraphine's effect. When I'm summoned, create a random new 2-cost spell in hand. The word new is really important. So basically, new means the first time you play a card, it is a new card. So we're going to be utilizing that with conjunction Back Alley Bar. When I'm summoned, summon a Back Alley Barkeep, your new cards cost 1 less. So we want to play cards for the first time a lot, and we want to generate new cards to keep playing and keep getting value out of the discount and out of the Seraphine level. So for anyone who has been interested in Pursuit of Perfection in the past, this is the perfect deck for you to try. If you've played 20 cards with different names in this game, summon Catastrophe. We throw that in as a quick one-of because it is something that comes up quite often. We can actually generate more Pursuit of Perfections with Fan Club President, but more on that later. So yeah, we're playing a lot of different cards because of the Seraphine and because of the Back Alley Barkeep. This is basically a value control deck where it gets a lot of its win cons by outvaluing the opponent by generating cards, using removal, and staying ahead in terms of resources. That's why it's all about value. Always try to stay one step ahead of the opponent, and when you get Back Alley Bar resolved and you have Seraphine level, then you are just winning through insane amounts of value even before Ezreal comes out to shoot you like 16 times for burst lethal. So we have Thermo Beam, really good removal, Bandle Tailstones usually becomes Electro Harpoon for removal, Group Shot for removal, Otterpuss, that's a new card and so is Prank, Piltover Tailstone, which often just becomes Aftershock, Trinket Trade, Yordle Squire, which generates a tiny spear or a tiny shield. You can see like a lot of these cards are going to generate new cards so that we can keep playing them, and that's basically how we get our Seraphine ramping, right? That's how we get going. Conchologist to manifest a new card, Dark Bulb Acolyte creates a Darkness, which is a new card, Drop the Bomb for removal, Financier, which generates us a new card, Gus Monk generates us a card, Eye Note removal, Mystic Shot removal, Pokestick removal plus draw, Rummage, draw, Seraphine, Time Trick, Aftershock for removal, Time Trick draw, Caustic Rift removal. You see, there's a lot of removal cards in here. Get Excited, Sump Fumes, Wallop, all removal, all stall. Puzzling Signpost, which is basically deny, but you put the card back in the opponent's hand. Victor, Drum Solo for draw, Fan Club for resource generation, Pursuit of Perfection for potential win con, Back Alley Bar, of course, Exploderator for removal, Song Spinner for generation. Yeah, it's a little crazy if you start getting this ramping. The secondary power from the deck comes from Seraphine level, which says when you play a new spell that costs 2 or less, copy it with the same targets. This gets absolutely out of control, and the other part of the secondary power is Ezreal level. If you cast multiple times off a Seraphine, he's just going to keep shooting the opponent's Nexus, so you cast, Ezreal keeps shooting, and that's pretty much how you do like a top-end win con, essentially. When you get into the later stages of the game, it turns into a combo finish, which is pretty interesting. So it's like a half control, half combo deck. And that about wraps it up for the deck rundown. Now here's a live commentary game so you can see how the deck plays out. I'll be giving context to why I'm playing certain cards, and hopefully it gives you a good feel on how to play the deck. Alright, for the example game we got Jin Annie. Super aggressive deck, I covered it in the last video. Yeah, we're definitely going to play super controlled, so let's pitch this, pitch that. Ezreal is kind of fine. Otterpuss is really good, so we can block like their 2-1 Saboteur. And also get a prank. Oh, good lord, let's go. Drop the bomb for Annie, Pokestick for another 1 damage removal, Fan Club President to get us a heal card. Not bad. Now, we'll start with the Otterpuss. We could probably tank this, just leave this at 1 for our Pokey. Or we can just leave it up for another turn. Block it later. Yeah, we'll block it later. Take the 3 damage on 1. What can you do? Back alley bar in hand as well. That's nice. Alright, let's take our open attack and see what they do. We are reserving our damage for their units. We need to spend all of our hand just killing their units over and over. Second rear guard. Okay. Pretty annoying, actually. Yeah, drop the bombs. Pretty good.
I have my orders.
We'll do it now. And if they develop, we'll pokey stick the Saboteur. Okay. Then we can also block the rear guard. If they open, I'm just taking 4, which kind of sucks. Stage hand. That's not a super big deal. We can just go ahead and pokey this. Hopefully draw a unit that can block. Drawing bar into bar, not so good for us here. Seraphine? Not good enough. I'll block with the 3-2 to Seraphine. Otter Monkey. Alright.
I'll do better this time.
Block here. This fan club president has to clutch us a heal card. Pretty much is how that works. Oh, high note's good. Let's open attack. With the 1-1. Oh, we should have swung with the Seraphine as well. I'm such a dingus. Yeah, we're playing around Death Lotus, guys. Playing around Death Lotus. It's alright though, that 1 damage is never gonna matter. It's just gonna be can we control them or not, but yeah, obviously should attack with Seraphine there. We could prevent damage, or just let it go through, take 2. I am down to prevent the damage entirely. We also hit base, so we can do monkey business. Well, maybe they fervor here. Monkey business. Start all in on them. Yeah. That gives us a blocker around start next turn too. They have 3 cards in hand. We're at 13. I'm probably just gonna slam the fan club president. See if we can get like grasp or the heal card or something big. Withering, Dragon Ambush. Yeah, I like Withering. Yeah, Withering is super good for us. 2 mana, drain 2, so we're going to be able to clear the Jinn if we damage him, kill the demo, anything else they summon. Yep.
Something very special.
We could just get them to FF off of Withering Mist, honestly. We'll do Ez, Withering. We could just do Withering first though, I guess. Because we're going into 6. Oh, random sigil. Ow, that hurt. Not very polite. Sure. Let's just lead with the Withering. Pop, pop. It'd be funny if they're on double fervor. I'm assuming 1. Yeah. 1 fervor, get a stun, sure. I only take 2 from that exchange though. Doom Beast, sure. Frank. Gonna has 2 power. Yep. And then also Ezreal.
Time for a true display of skill.
There we go. Swing, swing. This is elusive, might as well get it in. We can threaten the Doom Beast. Bonk. No mana for the Mystic. There we go, we remembered to attack this time. Triple back alley bar. It's a little extra. Needs it there.
Not have a part to play.
Yep.
Take 1.
That's fine. Let's bar it up. Shield of Durand. And Boom Kuroki. I'm gonna go down to 5. It's kind of chill. Let's just shoot this. I think 5 is a little hard to kill us at.
I go willingly.
Jump block here, 3/3 here, of course.
Time to go.
Because they'd have to be on Decimate and then like one more instance of damage. If they just draw Rear Guard or like Crimson Pigeon or something like that, or Naked Doom Beast, then they are so behind, right?
Oh, I think I got a beat.
Swing, 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 swing. What is it? Just show me the Decimate. Oh, Boom Crew.
Of course I'm ready.
Time Trick. Pokey Stick. I think that's correct. Yep. Actually, let's double cast the Pokey Stick. Isn't that better for us? So we do Shield Durend here. That will level our Seraphine. Then we'll double cast Pokey for additional draw.
Light, stage, amp. All right, let's jam.
What else is good about this is now that we'll amp our Ezreal level. This was proper order. Oh no, we've played a Pokey Stick earlier. Never mind. Didn't end up mattering. Good concept though, in case we weren't on second Pokey. Here we go, get our free Mystic Shot on this. Now we level the Ezreal.
Check me out.
Good habit to do it in that order. That was definitely the correct line of play.
Firing.
Even though we already played a Pokey earlier. Otterpuss. Get a little bit of a prank in there. Last 2 health on the Sunhawk. Alright. Sounds good to me. Trinket Trade. Nice. Manifest something. Benefit copies. Aftershock. Otterpuss. 3-4 copies in your deck. Nah, let's just grab the Aftershock. And the Aftershock. Deal 3 to a unit. We'll pick our own 1/1. Isn't this kind of ridiculous? We could do Mystic Shot, same action, just kill. I'm doing this slow and painfully. This is what you have to do to be a Seraphine player. Shoot this. I'm sorry.
Gotta go.
And shoot this. Yeah. Alright, the next deck I have for you is the tried and true classic combo of Trundle Tryndamere combining Freljord and Shadow Wild's control tools together to create FTR. This deck has a win rate of 52.48% and a play rate of 0.75%. It's been a staple ever since Feel the Rush came out back in the KDA expansion. So let's talk about the numbers specifically. We have a lot of top-end stuff, a little bit of a balance everywhere else. It is super top-end reliant. So we have 2 Quietus for removal, really good against aggro decks, really good at dealing with a lot of champions. We have 3 Sisters, little flex 2 of here. Faces of the Old Ones. Now, if we behold a card in hand that costs 8 or more, we get a mana gem. So really good to start ramping this as soon as turn 2, as long as we behold an 8 cost card. Vile Feast for control, Kindly Tavern Keeper for heal and a 3/3 body, triple Avalanche to deal with the swarming aggro decks, triple Blighted Ravine for the same thing but also comes with a +2 heal. Then we have Catalyst as the little ramp here, and also Wild Mysticism, which is a new ramp card. I think this card is super sick. So we're running 4 ramp cards here, which gives us permanent mana gems. This one's temporary depending on if this unit gets removed or not, but these ones are permanent, Catalyst and Wild Mysticism. Yeah, this one comes with a unit. This one comes with a 3 HP heal. So they're both a little flexible in their own instances, so I run a quick little 2 of each. Nice little numbers there. Triple Trundle. When I'm summoned, create an Ice Pillar. Ice Pillar is a 8 cost card, so turns on the ramp in case you don't have it already, but basically we're just using it as like turn 5. He wants to stay in deck for the most part, and we summon it through FTR anyway, so he becomes like a big 10 attack unit that gains even more attack. It's pretty insane. Really cool combo there. Now we have a 3 of Vengeance to deal with big single target units. It That Stares. Obliterate all landmarks or deal 3. We can use this as just a quick deal 3, also an 8/8 body. Or we can use it in conjunction with Buried in Ice. Really nifty combo. So we do 9 mana, obliterate each enemy, turn it into a landmark, and then the next turn, use It That Stares to obliterate the landmarks. Gone. Vamos. Big AoE removal there. Basically like a 2-step Ruination, but safe for you, and also gives you an 8/8 body. right? Next we have Tryndamere, our other champion. Basically just want to summon this guy out from Field of Rush as well, but if you have him in your hand, then hey, he costs 8, so hopefully you can get that ramp going. Then we have She Who Wanders, which is an alternate win con. This card can blow out the game sometimes if it hits really particular decks. Things that go wide, things like Yordles, things like aggro, if you get this developed, all units with 4 or less power in play and enhanced just get absolutely obliterated. Gone. Another big AoE removal, and it hits the hand, which is really interesting. And then we have Triple Field of Rush. This is the win con. This is what the acronym FTR stands for. So if you hear anyone say, I play FTR, this is why. Summon 2 different random champions from your hand and deck, grow their stats up to 10/10. So you get a big Trundle with Overwhelm and 10/10. You also have Tryndamere, who's Overwhelmed and becomes a 10/10. And then you just swing for, you know, like infinite damage. So there you go. That's basically what we're doing here. Feel free to also include cards like Voices of the Old Ones. I have seen this card piloted in the deck. Super good. Also Atrocity for a potential win con as well. You can adjust the numbers as you see fit, try to include these, but I wanted to provide a very solid foundation for learning control, and pretty much what most people are doing looks similar to this. So yeah, super good, well-rounded list. Definitely try some different things here and there if you want to spice it up a little bit. And that's it for the deck rundown. Now here's an example game so you can see how it plays out. Alright, for the example game we got Gwen Kale. Really good combo. I played this here and there. I think it's pretty fun. Get the Hallow going, that levels the Kale. Pretty cool. Alright, so we see Tryndamere, we see Faces, we see Tavern Keeper, we see Quietus. I actually think this is a very keepable hand. We ain't gotta do much. We can Quietus on 1 if they play something really scary on turn 1 for some reason, which they probably won't. It's just gonna be Boisterous, I would think. We can float the mana to Quietus something later, and then we have Faces. Yep.
Engagement, but a joyous one.
And we can start getting ahead in mana, which is really good for this deck. We want to be able to play cards that we're not supposed to play. Requietus that for sure. First action Quietus will kill the Esmus, and then we'll just play the Faces after. We're going to take 2 to face, because we're pretty much committed to that anyways, right?
Come in.
Not a big deal. Faces. Then we'll be going into turn 4, essentially. Blighted Ravine, don't need to do all that. Don't think, at least. We'll just Tavern Keeper face.
What will you have?
And call it there. That's all we have to do. We can Ravine next turn if we want. Yeah. Pass. We could Ravine and just take this. Ooh, Catalyst as well. Esmus number 2. That's kind of annoying. Yeah, let's go ahead and take the damage and then Blighted Ravine. Get a nice AoE board clear here.
It's young.
Yeah, taking 6. That's pretty chill because I'm technically only taking 4 since I'm going to heal up. There we go. Yep. Go. That lets us push 3 damage in on the open. Probably Vengeance the Gwen if she comes down. Bonk. Then we have Buried in Ice, Hit That Stairs combo. We don't even need a Catalyst.
This is a chance
Vengeance.
for me to leave my mark.
I'm assuming Glimpse as a response to this, so they can just turn it into some card draw. If not, yeah, there it is. I was about to say, if not, we're going to be pretty far ahead. But yeah, go ahead and Glimpse that. Whatever makes her dead, right? Alright. Fine Clerk. That's pretty chill. Go ahead and play Kale and see what happens. Nothing bad will happen, trust. Just play Kale.
Justice light my way.
Okay. Oh, yeah, play Kale. Or Gwen. Play anything. What is that? Bro, if I was on like another Avalanche, sheesh.
The only noble path.
Is this worth Buried in Ice Hit That Stairs combo? It might be. Maybe. Maybe not. Probably not, but doing it anyways. Because I'm a psychopath. There we go. Now these can't be glimpsed. These are going bye-bye. Obliterate landmarks. Yep. I think that's better than dealing the 3 damage to them. Hey, I got vengeance. Oh well. We still get the effect. Which keeps them behind.
Another guest.
Yeah, swing.
Wonderful refreshment.
Yep.
Who's gonna close up?
Very good. Alright, what you got? Because we got Feel the Rush. Butler. Can't use it this turn though. We need to float 2 mana. Butler. Let's go ahead and play Trend, right? No, we need to float 2. We need to float 2. Let's heal. This.
This'll take the chill off.
Allow me.
We're gonna block that for sure. That's big.
Got meat bigger than you.
That's a problem. Fail? Sure, lives with 1. Not a big deal. Yeah. Pass. I can't play these because I need to float. Here we go, FTR. Upon resolution, this is usually an FF. We'll see though. Maybe they vengeance or something. Again, I could add second vengeance. This will pull a Trundle and Trin directly from deck. Oh, pull the Trinity from my hand. Alright, fine. And then we'll swing 10, 10, 10, 10. Quietus? It's a little late for Quietus. I'm kind of already on 10 mana. Swing. Yep. Fail number 2. You know what? Are you trying to ramp your Zolani?
Yes.
Okay.
Sewing
Another
mends the
Gwen.
soul.
Too bad we have a big Trendemir to block. What you got? Harrowing? That'd be pretty cool. Oh my goodness, it is. It actually is harrowing. Well, it is pretty cool. Sad to say, we have Trundle's Icequake. So, bye-bye.
Mega avalanche.
Basically, yeah. Trundle called it. Mega Avalanche. I'd say that's pretty damn accurate.
I shall need my tools.
Yeah. Alright. They don't know. They don't know that Tryndamere can block the Gwen and kill her. Oh, another Boisterous.
Our guest of honor.
I've never been the guest of honor anywhere
All
before.
right. You get snipped into oblivion. Look at that. Anyways, so we'd kill that one. Then we can also block here. We live with 4. If we block here, we live with 5. So, yeah, since our Trundle's dying either way, we might as well take the route that makes us live with more HP. Bonk.
I'm not done.
Bar. Get the Gwen level as well.
I will not squander the great gift I've been given.
There you go, there you go. Bonk. And bonk. Sounds good, very epic. Okay, but like, now what do you do about this? Ice Pillar, get the mana back. Even if they Harrowing again, I'm just gonna deal 3 to everything. And then we win through Overwhelm. Let's go. Should be over here.
It is for the divine to dispense justice.
Yeah, we can just deal 3 now. Yeah. Yeah, deal 3. I'm basically playing around last card Vengeance. That's why I didn't open attack with the Tryndamere. Well, Mysticism as well. Then we'll have a 6/6 Overwhelm unit here. All today.
My body is no longer my own. Attack!
There we go. Now, Vengeance doesn't do anything, right? I mean, I guess they would live. Still puts us in a really good spot, though. Alright, and the third deck I have for you is a variation of Kindred, which is one of the best control champions in the game. So I'm going to take the best version of Kindred that we have. It is combining her with Aatrox, and it's pretty interesting because I haven't seen this deck too much, but when it does come up, it can be quite scary. With a win rate of 51.52% and a play rate of 0.85%, it's played even more than Feel the Rush. Alright, so let's talk about the deck as a concept. Kindred, you want to develop Kindred and sit on her for a little while. Every time you slay a unit, whether your own or your opponent, she marks them, round end, kill the unit, so she can double up on control value. So like, let's say you Vile Feast the opposing unit, she will mark another one, kill it round end. That's insane. That's really, really big. So you want to sit on Kindred, protect Kindred, and keep slaying units. What's really cool about this though is that we can use the self-slay that's in Shadow Isles and proc Kindred without the opponent even doing anything, like having any interaction. We can like play a Curse Keeper, have Kindred on board, boom, Ravenous Butcher. When we Ravenous Butcher, that's going to proc Kindred, which is really annoying for the opponent to deal with, and then we're going to slowly, you know, control the board that way, keep the Kindred going, and win the game through tempo swings and pressure. So we have Ravenous Butcher for that, kill an ally. Really good targets include Wings and Wave, Curse Keeper, Prey that Fading Icon summons, and Undying. Next we have Quietus. This is to control the opponent's champions or important units that we want to hit. Then we also have the Darken Halberd, which kind of puts the, this marries the concepts, essentially, of Kindred and Aatrox together, because Aatrox is a Darken. You want to see Darken Halberd so that you can force draw the Aatrox, right? We want to play a couple Darken weapons. Well, this is also killing an ally, so that's really good for Kindred. If Kindred's on the board, you can kill like Undying, buff Kindred, make her even harder to deal with, while also getting a Kindred proc. So this is really cool. This is the card that's basically joining the two archetypes together. And then you basically just also have a 10 mana Harrowing as well, so really cool top end. Wings and Wave is a good target for self-slay, also is an activator, so it's super flexible card. Run that a quick 3 of. Curse Keeper, really good target. One Elise is really interesting because we don't need the third Aatrox. It's like the same concept of the Vayne Aatrox Quinn version, where you can just run a random 1 of champion because Aatrox is going to be pulled into your hand anyways from playing multiple weapons. So you get to have that little bit of a flex spot. So Elise is in here as early game pressure. She's 2 bodies for the price of 1 if she gets to attack. She's also fearsome, which is pretty annoying to deal with. And she's just like a good early game unit. If she attacks, she can summon that Spiderling to also be a slay target for Wings and Wave, for Ravenous Butcher, you know, things like that. So really, really good overall card. Next we have Fading Icon, who creates a good self-slay target. Glimpse Beyond, of course, reactive. We can also use it proactively if Kindred's on board. Get a mark, draw some cards, get a mark proc, really nice. Weapon, Darken Aegis. Jorl is really good since we can run that from Aatrox being able to run out of region weapons. Really nice. Vile Feast, we have the Drain 1. This is the classic Shadow Isles control tool. Definitely want that. 2 Undying, great target. Don't want to run it at 3 because it can be a bit bricky, so 2 of is great. Kindred, of course, I mentioned earlier how she works. Super awesome control tool. Aatrox comes down if you're like fighting aggro. Aatrox comes down, heals 2. Also heals 2 every strike. It's kind of game over. If the aggro deck hasn't killed you by 6, Aatrox is going to run away with the game. Also, you can level him and then get your big Darkens out, like the Doral for free. You can play Tarash for what, like 6 mana or something like that, 5 mana, kind of crazy. Also Zolani, which I didn't mention earlier. Zolani is also super good because if the unit dies that's equipped, you get a nice self-slay target, and then Zolani can come out later as well. Super good. And we have 2 Vengeance, single target removal, and 2 Atrocity for an alternate win con in case the opponent is at like 6 to 8 HP and we have a big unit. We can just Atrocity it to face. We can also adjust the numbers, run extra Quietuses, run extra Butchers, speed up the game a little bit. We can slow it down if we want to run more control tools like Withering or Box, you know, things like that. So there's some nice little flex spots in this deck as well. And that's it for the deck rundown. Now here's a live commentary game for you. Let's see if we can get that Kindred developed and be an absolute menace. Alright, for the example game, we got Red Gwen, which I covered yesterday. So another really strong deck. that I covered from a previous video. Funny, we got Jin Annie, and then we also got this one, like, pretty much right after. Alright, so Glimpse is actually pretty good. Halberd's good. Wings Wave's good. Fading Icon's good. It's just a pretty solid hand, actually. We don't see Kindred, but that's alright. Oh yeah, Val Feast also good. I mean, it's just solid. Yep. We'll go ahead and take the 2. That's fine. Yep. Then we can do our Fading Icon. Do Halberd, or we can do Butcher. Let's do Ravenous Butcher here. Yep. That means if they open attack, we can block 3-1 and Vile Feast 2-1 and be pretty happy about that. Don't have to attack here. Let's just play a bit defensively since we have reactive tools. Sentinel, yep. Let's do Summon a Prey. We can also create a wind this turn, which is really scary for them. Not something they want me to do. Yeah, don't swing with that. Alright, so let's go ahead and block 3-1, 3-1, and then also Vile Feast 2-1. And then we can do Last Wind on one of these. Glimpse sounds good. Pretty expected result. Go ahead and get this in.
We are nothing without each other.
You are bound to me, and I to you.
Alright, let's go ahead and take the Kindred.
Shall we?
The biggest problem that Kindred is going to have to deal with this turn is Arachnoid Sentry, Ravenous Flock. If we can dodge that 2-card combo that takes up their entire turn, then we should be in a great spot. Swing, swing, swing.
Don't you look a sight?
Yep. I'm assuming they react with maybe just Gwen here. Yeah,
If only she could
makes sense
see
to me. And then they want to do first action unit. They don't want to attack. If they attack, then I get priority and I can target this Gwen with Kindred proc, because this is going to be the only thing on the board.
Well,
Sentinel, yeah.
I did say I wanted to see the world.
How many? 2 Hallow Engrave. Let's do something like Grave. Halberd. No, we don't need a Halberd. Do anything crazy like that. We could just pass and see what they do. We don't need to develop blockers yet, because I can cheat the Gwen block with Glimpse, and I can also block Fearsome to this. Yeah. Like, this is pretty fine. We ain't gotta do much more. This denies the Gwen level up points, and we get the Kindred mark here. Yep. Fading Icon.
If I'm forgotten, then no.
Play something. No unit? Hey, yo. Alright, we're getting first action Slay. Get that mark. So, Halberd. Kill this. Put it on Kindred. Mark the Gwen. Hey, yo. We're gonna get that Kindred level then. Foyer. Foyer's fine. Let's just swing, because I'm not attacking with Elisa and Wings this turn anyways, because the Gwen would block it. So we can go ahead and just probably get the Ghastly Band chump block. Yepers. No Vengeance either. Wow, they're not on Vengeance. They're not on Sentry Flock. Not on any Disintegrate combo, which some of the slower versions of Red Gwen used to run. That's pretty good for us overall. Please.
I pull the strings.
Gwen's gonna die round end. We don't need to Wings and Wave here. I'm kind of down to just chill. Yeah. They can't really Horror Wing. Their board's meh.
This was fun. Who will we chase now?
Everyone, dear wolf.
Alright, sitting on the Kindred. I wish we had more weapons, because if we had more weapons, we could force draw the Aatrox. Sure. Yeah, we'll block that. We can also block this. Then we'll mark the Spiderling, gain 2/2. Vile Feast. That's chill. I wonder what that's for. Double Ravenous Flock, maybe. That's what that would be, I think. Other than that, I have no idea. Pass. Our hand's super reactive.
Please, make yourself right at home.
Don't have a lot to do. Pass again, I guess. Come on, show me like something. Here we go, it's double flock. There we go. Glimpse Beyond. Get some card draw going. Alright, this gives us something to do. That's good. Undying. Sure. Dying. And kill this, do that. Wings and Wave. Then we can make a prey. Then we can kill this. There we go, do that. That gives us Aatrox. There we go. Gives us something to do next turn. Finally, see, I just want them to do something. We can hold the Quietus. Get the World Ender down here.
Only war can bring me peace.
We can equip the Undying with Darkened Bloodletters. Sheesh, alright. Yeah, we're in a great spot. Can't do Defensive Harrowing. I mean, that would pretty much do nothing. Reckoner? Sure, man. Sure. Not a super big deal. Let's go ahead and... Swing.
Must end.
We can hold the first wave back for whatever gets 5 Hollow from the Midnight Raid. So, what you gonna do?
I'll have my revenge.
Yep. Yeah. Okay, good. We can World Ender next turn then. Yep, all this makes sense to me. We can kill the Undying with the Halberd. Put the Halberd on. Oh, I need a unit for that. Night Raid, sure. This is exactly why I kept the first wave back, though. We can just block that. Whoop-de-doo, right? So scary. I mean, I could put the weapon on Aatrox and just put the Darkened Blade back on him. Let's just do this. We ain't gotta do anything too crazy. Because we can just World Ender and then play Tarash for cheap. Ooh, wait. Band's gonna hurt. Harrowing? That's also gonna hurt. I get the Aatrox level. This is gonna turn this into Zolani.
Darken, awaken.
Then create the Darkened Bloodletters and hands.
Every fighter falls.
Okay. 6 Hollow. That's really scary. Really annoying. Block here. Block here. Surprised they wouldn't just full swing. Kind of a misplay, I think.
I will not squander the great gift I've been given.
Now we're gonna kill that back on the strike. And then we can play Tarash. Not Tarash, my bad. Zolani here. Kill this thing. That way I have a blocker for this Midnight Raid that isn't Aatrox. Then we keep our Aatrox discounts and then we can do double Tarash next turn. Yep. All good. We're saved. I guess even if they full swung, they wouldn't have had lethal. I can't do anything here. I can't play this. I can play this for cheap, but I have to kill my own Aatrox, so yeah, we're not doing that. Our discount's 5 less? Yeah, we can just play double Tarash. That's what I thought. Tarash.
Arrows, did the coward try her tricks on you? Yes, General, but old scars remember their lessons.
Tarash again. Yo, this is a crazy top. I've never seen Aatrox, Tarash. It's actually a first for me. And if I swung, then I would just have like really big. Oh my god, let's go. That's so cool. Wow, this Kindred Aatrox deck was actually a bit of a dark horse. I didn't expect to have as much fun with it as I did, so Hey, I definitely recommend trying it. That is really, really goofy. I cannot believe I was on double Tarash. That's the first time for me ever developing a board as crazy as that. You know, I've done some stuff with Fan turning into Praw that also has Scow and is like elusive across the board, and that was pretty goofy. But like, wow, double Tarash? That's a little extra. I also had a Jorl in my hand that I could play for free to deny like spell value from them, so wow, it was just like a little bit overkill, I think. And that's it for this one. Please like and subscribe if you thought this video was informative or entertaining. It really helps me out. I'll be releasing more deck profiles, guides, and gameplay highlights in the near future. Thank you so much for watching and have a good one. Laters!